So we're in week 2, just like that. Just like that, just overnight. We are already in week 2. I want to believe for those of us that have been part of this.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. I want to believe for those of us that have been part of this the last 1 week, we have added new knowledge. Is that a confirmation?
Yes, definitely.
Great. I also understand the challenge we went through in trying to use the platform. I'm sure many of us are fine with it now. So I have on the call today a very, very dear person to me. Very, very dear person to me, in person of even Mido Yelaja. I can see she's on the call already. So she will be, she has a BSc, is it a BSc or BNG, computer engineering? And her focus is mainly on machine learning. Of course, a data analyst too. Our major goal or what she likes doing is to make complex topics very simple for people to understand. That's her joy. She enjoys making complex things so easy for people to understand very, very well. And I'm so sure that we will definitely have a great session with her. So, to give us a bit of background, the file we'll be using today, let me share my screen so that we can actually see the file. Okay, let me share my screen. Just confirm once you can see my screen. Need a confirmation once you can see my screen. Just give me a confirmation once you can see my screen. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, sir.
Okay, great. So going to the exercise files tab, the file we'll be using is called Advanced Excel Functions. Advanced Excel Functions. Yes, Advanced Excel Functions. I've also dropped the link on the chat. Advanced Excel Functions. Are we able to access it?
Yes.
Okay. Right. And I'm sure we also are able to access the previous recordings also. I know we have a few people who joined us.
Which of them? There are two links here.
There are two what?
Two links. Or three.
On the
There are
chat.
more.
Is it on the chat?
Yes, on the chat. There are a lot of links there.
The one I sent. Look at the one I sent. Don't look at, ignore the others. Just look at the one I actually sent.
Okay. We should click on all of them.
The one I sent is just one. I sent it. Ignore the others. I sent one just now.
Okay.
So that's the file we'll be using. It's very important we have access to that file. I'm also going to put it on the chat also. I mean, on the chat also. Hey guys, you guys are physical. You're not even in this class. The class has started. You guys are not physical, and you're not in here. Many people on physical are sleeping here. We all have.
Can you mute everybody? Admin, can you mute everybody, please?
Okay, let's do that. Just a second. Let's. Yeah, it can be very funny sometimes. Okay. Is it better now? So it's better now.
Yes, sir. It's better now. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Okay, somebody raise their hand. Okay, the hand is up again. Please, I need a confirmation that we have all access to the file now. Okay, thanks a lot, thank God. Are you raising a hand or you are just giving a confirmation that you have access to the file?
I've seen the file, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just joining. I don't know where the file is posted.
Yeah, if you go to the dashboard, there's a file called Advanced Excel Functions. I also put a link on the group also, on the WhatsApp, I mean on the Google Meet chat also. Yeah, thank God you raised a hand. We need to quickly get with this. Thank God you'll be raising your hand intermittently.
I said, where can I go to get the file? Because I'm just lost.
If you click on, there's a link on the chat, or you go to your dashboard. Let me share my screen again so you can see what I'm talking about now. If you go to your dashboard, okay. You go to the dashboard. So we are still under Excel. So once you click on the very first menu, look one day one, where we have all the files. So there's a tab, Excel files. On that Excel files, you go down, you will see the file we are working with today, Advanced Excel Functions. You can go ahead and download it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're most welcome, sir. This is what the file looks like. Yes, I can go ahead and save it. That's fine. I had done that earlier on, so I don't have to. Yeah, done that earlier on. So I need everybody to, I need to ensure that we are all good. It's very important. I need to ensure that we are all good, so that we don't have people who are struggling to have a, because if you don't have access to the file, it's like you're watching film. And a lot of times it's not easy. It's not easy watching a recorded lecture sometimes. I mean, if you do a live session like this, you want to get feedback immediately. And that's why we want to ensure that everybody has access to the file. Okay, so I'll give 2 more minutes to ensure that we all have access to the file. Just 2 more minutes.
Hello, sir.
So, yes, please.
Yeah, please, can you just go ahead, what's it called? Repeat that process to getting the files. I just joined.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. If you just joined, also on the chat, you can just click on the link directly from the chat.
Okay.
And click there from the chat.
Well, fine. I've gotten this, sir.
That's fine. Thanks a lot. So 1 more minute. I will kick off. Muhyiddin, you're not in the class today. Oh, great. Great, Olawepo. Great. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I think at this point, I will hand over to Iwemido Elijah. So, Iwemido Elijah, you've got the floor. Thanks a lot for sharing your wealth of knowledge.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, everybody. I hope you can all hear me well.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. We can hear you.
Morning, madam.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to, I think we're over 30 people that are on this call right now. Good morning, everyone. How was your night? And how was your week? Will anyone like to share how their week went? Just for a brief start. Okay. So today we would be looking at advanced functions of Excel. And thanks to Mr. Ahmed, he has taken us through downloading the folder. So just give me a few moments to connect with my laptop so that we can begin the class fully. I want to be sure that everybody has downloaded the Excel sheet and there is nobody that is being left behind.
Yes.
Okay. Please just give me a few moments to connect with my laptop. I'm sorry. Sorry, is I'm about to join now. Okay. I'm sorry, please. I want to be sure you can still all hear me.
Yes, yes, yes. We can
Oh,
see you, we can hear you.
all right. Thank you. Right. Now I'm trying to load in my Excel file. Sorry that this is taking quite a lot of time. My inverter was just put on where I stay, so and I already used up my battery yesterday night, so that's why I am just connecting with my computer. I'm so sorry for the delay. So some of the advanced functions that we will be looking at today, we'll be looking at the VLOOKUP function, the HLOOKUP function, the XLOOKUP function. If we also still have time, we'll be looking at the index, the match functions. These are functions that we use in Excel to like to pick up a data value quickly instead of searching through the Excel data file like one by one or like going through the manual process. So these functions allow us to be able to get these values very quickly and very easily. Yes, we call it advanced, but in the real sense of it, it is actually quite very simple to use with time. It just takes a lot of practice. So if you look through the notebook or the Excel sheets that we will be using, you would see that I have already we have different files. We have the one for the VLOOKUP, we have the one for the HLOOKUP, and for every other file that we will be working with. Screen right now. Please, can you see my screen?
No, no, we can't. Okay. Okay, yes, we can see it now. Yes, we can see it now.
All right. Mm.
The screen is gone.
Okay. Can you see what do you see on my screen right now, please?
We can't see your screen at all.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Oh my god.
Oh, so
Let me share it again. I'm trying to share it again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay. Got. So yes, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so yes, you're welcome to today's class. And like I said, we'll be treating some advanced Excel function, and we would be starting with the VLOOKUP. So the VLOOKUP function is used to look up an information from the table. So I believe that last week we dealt with table on how to create a pivot table. So just for the sake of simplicity, I already created these data sets where we would be looking up some information from this table. Now, this table consists of 5 columns. We have the salesperson, we have the ID number, we have the date, sales amount, and commission. So we can see that this is like a sales data set, right? So let's say that you want to look up for a particular salesperson information, right? Let's say we want to look at, okay, what was the sales amount that this particular person made for a particular day or a particular year or a particular time frame, or whatever we want to look up from the data. Even though this data is a very small data, you could be dealing with an Excel sheet that has lots of information, but whatever you do here, you can implement in a very big Excel sheet, right? So now how does the VLOOKUP work? To use the VLOOKUP, right? I hope you're all following me. I just want to be sure that we are all following.
Yes, please.
Yes, we are.
Okay, to use the VLOOKUP function, you just have to go into a new column. Like if you want to extract a particular information of a particular person or a particular date or what's not, you just have to go into a new cell, then click on this cell. Like now I am clicking under the commission cell, and you would write is equals to then you write VLOOK. By the time you're writing it, Excel has this almost like autocomplete. You can press tab, your tab key. Your tab key has like 2 arrows. At most computers is at the left hand side of your computer. Or you can write the full VLOOKUP. You just press is equals to, then VLOOKUP. By the time you press that, you will see some description. Right, my own is at the top top corner of my laptop here. So we have descriptions, we have the lookup value, we have the table array, colon index number, then range lookup. So we'll be looking at this different description and how to be able to look up a value. Now, to look up this particular sales value,
sorry, ma, we can't see I can't see the things you are describing that
okay,
comes
the
with
description,
lookup.
the function description.
Yes.
Can you see something like lookup value? They are very, very small descriptions here. It is in blue. It is, can you see it?
Do you mean the commission, or which one? I can't.
No, not under the commission. Now, under the VLOOKUP, you would see like a blue highlighted description.
She's talking about your screen. That your screen is not visible.
Okay.
I mean, the screen of presentation is not visible.
My screen is not visible.
I can see your screen, but nothing. I'm not
Your,
seeing
your screen
anything
is
aside
visible.
from VLOOKUP and the open
Yeah,
bracket image.
the description is not showing.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah,
the
you are the only one
table
that can
array
view
you are
it.
saying, it's not.
Okay, now I get it. Okay, this is what we're going to do so that it's going to be very understandable. Immediately after I am done with explaining, everybody is going to like do it from where they are so that you can be able to see it live on your system since you cannot see it from my hand. Is that fine by everybody?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
let me just quickly take you through it. So for VLOOKUP, you'd write is equals to VLOOKUP. And if you do not want to write the old VLOOKUP, you can just press your tab key, right? And then for the VLOOKUP value, what lookup value are we looking for? It is the salesperson, and the salesperson, we've already written the salesperson here. So we just click on that particular cell that we want to look up. That is the lookup value. That is the first key we need. And then we'll press comma. Then the table array, the old table that we're going to be using for the lookup. So to do this is very easy. You could just press the first cell, then press Shift Control down. It will highlight all this table or all the cells. Then we could also press Shift Control left to highlight the old table array. They are just shortcuts that we use. I'm just talking about shortcuts. So this allows us to highlight the whole table array. So you could just use Shift Control, whatever arrow, whether you want to Shift Control down, Shift Control left, Shift Control right to highlight as much as you want. So it will allow you to be able to highlight everything that you need. Then comma. Then the next is the colon index number. What does this mean? So we are trying to look up a particular salesperson and the commission that that salesperson made for a particular period. So the salesperson, the tables for table counting, we start from 1, and the salesperson column is column 1, the ID number is column 2, the date is column 3, the sales amount is column 4, the commission is column 5. And since we are looking for the commission, and the commission is in column 5, we would write 5. Then if we want the exact match, then we'll press a comma. After writing 5 that we've gotten the colon index number, we press a comma. The next one is the range lookup. For the range lookup, we have 2. It will show you a true or false. Now, a true means you want an approximated match. There are some times that our data are not like exact. So if you do not want the exact figure, you want an approximation figure, something that is very close to what is true, you will press true. But if you want the exact figure or exact match, you click on the false. So you could just click on false. And you close your bracket and press enter. And that will give us the particular commission of that particular salesperson using VLOOKUP. So if we go to Harley's fees, we will see that the commission here is $1,239, which we have here. Now, the good thing about Excel is that if you want another person's information, you could just copy and paste that person's information and it will change to give you the particular commission of that person. Like now we've changed it to Franklin Wright and it is giving us $867, which is the same commission as Franklin Wright. Please, do we understand what I've just explained?
No,
No,
please,
I don't understand.
Okay, I'll take
Those
Take it again.
letters.
All right, I'm going to take it again, no problem. So we use the lookup values to be able to look up a particular value from the table, right? So let's say we want to look up for a particular salesperson. Let's say we want to look up for, these are the salespersons that we have on this table, right? We have Kennedy, Singh, we have Ali Freeze, and all of that. Let's say we want to look up for Kali Townsend right now. So I'll just copy and Control C Kali Townsend, then just paste Kali Townsend anywhere. Then in the next cell, I would write is equals to VLOOKUP. Now we could write VLOOKUP fully, right? Or you could press the tab key to complete everything for you, like an autocomplete. Now the first thing in the VLOOKUP is the lookup value. What are you trying to look up? You're trying to look up this particular salesperson. So you press this cell, just click on this cell that you're trying to look up, right? You're trying to look up for this particular salesperson. Then the next thing, then you press a comma, then the next value you would use is the table array. So for the table array, you highlight the old table, right? And I said a shortcut to highlighting a table is to press the Shift Control down to highlight everything in the table down, then Shift Control the right arrow, right? The down arrow and the right arrow. That will help us to be able to highlight the old table very quickly. Then we press a comma since we already gotten the table array. Then the next is the column index number. Which particular column are we trying to find out? We're trying to find out the particular commission that the person made. So from the table, this old table that we highlighted, the salesperson is the column 1, is the first column. The ID number is the column 2, is the second column. Date is third column. Sales amount is fourth column. Commission is fifth column. You start counting your columns from 1, from the salesperson, from the first column. So the commission that we're trying to find is column 5. So click on 5, number 5 rather. You click on number 5, then another comma. Then the next thing is the range lookup. It will ask you, do you want the approximate match or the exact match? For the approximate match, you click on true, and for the exact match, you click on false. You already have it true or false here. So you just click on false. You want the exact match, the exact figure. So you click on exact match, which is false. Then close your brackets and press enter key. So it will give you an it will give you the Town figure, Townsend figure, which is $538, which we have here.
Sorry, I mixed. I missed the first. Like I saw B3 under this Franklin Wright. The B3.
Yes.
How did we come about it, please? I think I missed how you explained that.
Okay, it is not by you don't you don't try to memorize the cell number. Whatever, okay, let me just put it this way. If you want to look up for a particular person or anything on your data set, you can just press is equals to, then for, you said Franklin Wright, right? Franklin Wright is in this cell B15. So if you click on any cell, if you write is equals to any cell, it's going to give you the cell, it's going to give you the column letter and the row number. So that the column is in, the name is in column B and it is in row 15. Now, let me explain how I look at rows and columns. So for columns, you know the way we have our structures, right? And we have columns holding the houses, like what do we used to call columns now? Like all those things that makes
Pillars.
exactly. Thank you very much. Yes,
Pillars.
columns are like pillars. So when you look at your table, just look at your column as your pillars. So they are just like kind of straight down. While rows are in the horizontal, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down. They are row
Like the
numbers.
floors. The floors. The colors are standing. The floors are lying down.
Yes, exactly. So for each cell, we have a row number and a column number. So for the columns are identified in letters. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like that. And for the rows, we have the numerical numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So for each cell, like this, any cell you have different row and column numbers. So if you click on this particular cell that is being highlighted at my right hand side, you see that it is K11, meaning that it is in column K in row 11. But for this Franklin Wright, it is in B15. But you do not need to like memorize it. If you want to look up for a particular person, or let's say you want to look at, let's do commission right now. Let's try to work on the sales amount that a particular salesperson made. Let's say we want Bruce Rich, right? You want to check out for Bruce Rich. Maybe Bruce Rich is one of the salesperson in your company. So to look up for Bruce Rich, you would write VLOOKUP. This is just one of the type of lookups that we have. We also have HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. I would explain when to use the different type of lookups. But for VLOOKUP now, the first thing is the lookup value. You want to look up for Bruce Rich. You just click, after writing your VLOOKUP, the first thing is the lookup value. Who do you want to look up for? Or what do you want to look up for? I want to look up for Bruce Rich. So I click on that cell. Then I press comma. Then the second thing is the table array. I like the old table that I'm trying to find the value from. So I said a shortcut is just to press Shift, Control, arrow down key. Sorry. Shift, Control, down, then right. That will help me highlight my old table instead of trying to like do it manually. Then the next, after that, you press a comma. Then the next thing is the column index number. Since I said right now we want to look at the sales amount that Bruce Rich was able to make. So I said from the salesperson is going to be column 1, the ID number is going to be column 2, date is going to be column 3, sales amount is going to be column 4, and commission is going to be column 5. So since we are looking for the sales amount, we're going to write 4 since it is in column 4. Then another comma. Then it will ask you the range lookup. Do you want the approximate match or you want the exact match? Since we want the exact match, we would pick false. Then we'll close the VLOOKUP, then press enter. It is going to give us, okay, the reason why it's giving us a decimal number is because it is in, there's what we call data type. So the data type is in general, but if I try to change it to dollars, then it's going to change to something more amounts like, then yeah, just, but if we want to check it out, right, Bruce Rich, what sales amount did he make? He made $6,749, which is very similar to this if you approximate it.
Hello, ma'am.
Does anybody have any question?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I think I want to. I need the clarity on that, on what you mean by if you need an approximate match or an exact match. I think I need the clarity. How do we differentiate? How do we know? Okay, we want approximate. How do we know this is exact match? Or
All
at
right.
what point do we go for approximate or exact match?
All right. So, like I said, in your data set, right? Sometimes you might be looking for a particular salesperson, but but there are different datas about that same particular person. Like this Bruce Rich now, you could have Bruce Rich maybe on a particular day he made on Monday he made this amount, on Tuesday he made that amount, and all of that. So if we do not want the exact amount, right, it's going to go for the thing Excel does is to go for the how will I put it now? Is to go for the lowest value. So if you choose approximate amount, it's going to go for the lowest value. But if you choose an exact amount, it's going to go for the exact, like it's going to look for the exact figure that you choose. I don't know if that makes sense. But this kind of data we have, I would like to know, we have for this table, we have I would like call it significant or specific. Everybody for every cell, there are different names. Let's say we have two names. Let's try to write another bridge, right? Then let's just try to make this value let's say 7800, right? Okay, now let's try to use approximate match. So we have our VLOOKUP. I just press my tab key to auto complete. Then we have the lookup value. Let's just say reach. Then the table array, yeah, like the old table control, shift control down, shift control right. Then we want to check for the sales amount, which is in column 4. Then we choose true approximate match. Is it giving me? Because it doesn't work. Sorry, please let me create another table at the end to be able to show the true, because I don't think this table is going to work for the true to be able to show what it means for you to be approximate match. I don't think this table is going to be able to show for it. So I'll just keep that in mind.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, I'm a beginner in Excel, but I want you to help me. What will I do to this table for me to highlight it all together? What keys should I use?
Okay.
Thank you.
So you go to the first, since it's a table we are trying to highlight, you could go to the first cell, that is the Kennedy scene. If you are on the first cell, just click on the first cell, click on it, then you press your shift key, you press your control key at the same time, then you press your arrow down. This will allow you to highlight the whole column. But since we want the whole table, you also still press your shift key, your column key, then the arrow to the right. So this will help you highlight the whole table.
Which arrow to the right, ma? Please don't be annoyed.
No problem. There is a arrow key at the end of your keyboard. If you look at the end of your keyboard, you will see the arrow left, right, up, down. Can you see them?
Thank you. I've seen that. Let me just.
So you click on the first cell, then click on shift at the same time, click on control, then click on the arrow going down. So I like to open. Then click on shift, click on control, then the arrow going right to highlight the whole table. So you'll be able to highlight the whole table at the same time.
Please excuse me.
Yes.
You said something about true value and false value. I'm trying to repeat true value to know if you can give me the value, not the exact value, as in the false gave me the right lookup answer. Then when I put through it, it's giving me error. Hello? Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello? So I don't know why it is giving error. You told us that the false value is supposed to give us exact value, not approximated. What if someone wants to get an approximated value and you type true instead of false? It's giving me an error.
I think she said she will create a table to explain that one better.
Okay. I didn't get it. Okay.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Anyone here? Please, does anyone?
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hello, sorry, I mistakenly went off the call. Please, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Please,
Sure.
you're asking a question.
About the true and false value. If I want to get the exact value, I typed true, but it didn't go. It's giving an error message.
Yes, it's giving an error message. I realized that the reason why it's giving an error message is because the exact value is actually there. But if we try to, let's say, I want to try to say this. Let's see. I said if we use another table, I will be able to explain using another table. But because the exact value is actually in the table, it's going to give an error message because there is no approximate value on there's no need for you to approximate the value because each salesperson is unique on the table.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other question? Are we all done? Are we done? Are we done doing this example? Have we practiced it?
Yes.
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 Okay. So we'll be going to another lookup value, which is the HLOOKUP. So you just click on the next page. There you'll be able to find the HLOOKUP. Right. So we have VLOOKUP, we have HLOOKUP. So if you click on the next page where we have the HLOOKUP, you will see that the data is arranged a bit differently from the first one that we did. We can see that here, instead of it being arranged, instead of the salesperson ID number, date, sales amount, commission being arranged vertically, we have them like in the row, right? And then the data is arranged in that order. So that's why it's called HLOOKUP, like an horizontal lookup. Now, the difference between this is that if you have your data arranged in this particular way, but you still want to look up for a particular person or a particular date or whatnot, right? You would, instead of using VLOOKUP, which is for the vertical arrangement, you would use HLOOKUP, but they are very, very similar. But because our data sets, our data in our Excel sheets, they are usually most of the time arranged in the vertical order that we saw the VLOOKUP. That's why most of the time we would use the VLOOKUP. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. So to use the HLOOKUP, you just press.
No.
Okay. So the difference between the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP is the arrangement of the data. In the VLOOKUP here, we have the data arranged vertically, where we have this salesperson ID number, date, sales amount, and commission on the first row. Then we have the remaining data arranged vertically, like the sales, all the salesperson are in one column, all the ID numbers are in the second column, the data in the third column, the sales amounts in the fourth column, then commission is in the fifth column, right? But for the HLOOKUP, you can see that the salesperson, the ID number, the date, the sales amount, and the commission, they are arranged in different rows this time around. Do you understand? You can see that the arrangement is different. But I now said that most of the time our data are arranged like this. So if we want to look up for a particular value, we would normally use our VLOOKUP. It's only a very few times you will see your data arranged in this manner. But even if it is arranged in this manner, how can we still look up a value from this kind of arrangement? Do we understand, please?
Yes, sir. Ma, please, my question is, can we convert this horizontal to vertical arrangement?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, that's what I want to ask. Please, you will show us how. You can, please.
All right, at the end of the, no problem. So to do that, to use HLOOKUP, you just press is equals to HLOOK. You could just press the tab key, or if you write everything out, depending on what you prefer. So we have the HLOOKUP. The first thing, like always, is the lookup value. So we click on the lookup value. We are looking for this particular salesperson. So we click on this cell, and freeze. Then you write comma, then the whole table array. To do that, we just click on the whole table, we press Shift Control down, Shift Control right to highlight the whole table for us. Then we press a comma, then the row index, Now, you know, in the VLOOKUP, we had the column index, but here we have the row index. So for the row index here, it's still 5 because salesperson is the first row, ID number is the second row, date is the third row, sales amount is the first row, then commission is the 5th row. So that is number 5. Then comma, range lookup, is it true or false? It is, since we want the exact match, we'll pick false. Then we press enter and we're able to get the commission that Harley made. Let's say we want to look up a particular date now. Let's say we want to look up for the sales made on the 12th of July 2022. We want to check the sales amount for this date. All right. So the first thing is to type is equals to HLOOKUP. I'm just trying to give another example. If we do not want to look up for a particular person, you want to look up for a particular day. So the lookup value we are trying to search for is this date, right? Then comma, the table array. Since you are starting from date, you could just alight from the date, then shift control down, shift control right to alight the whole table, then comma, what will be the row index number we are looking for? Since you are looking for the sales amount, the date will now be the 1. It will not start from salesperson again. Since from the table that we alighted, we are looking for the sales amount. The date row will be the number 1, the sales amount will be number 2, and the commission will be number 3. But since we are looking for the sales amount, that will be number 2, since we're starting from the date as 1, since our alighted table array starts from date downwards. So date will be 1, sales amount will be 2, commission will be 3. But since we are looking for the sales amount, we'll be choosing number 2 as the row index number. Then we are looking for the exact match, which is false. Then when we look at that particular date, we can see that it gave us $5,436. So if you look at this particular, oh, sorry, I wrote, what is it?
Comma that is missing is a comma that is missing.
Okay. Let's look for something.
We have 2/7/12/2022.
We're actually looking for dates now.
We have
Yes.
2 of them. We have 2 of them. That is why it is referencing the first one and ignoring the second.
Okay, yes. I was actually looking for the second one, honestly. Yes. Okay, I've seen the first one. Sorry. Yes. I was looking at this side. Yes.
Can you please explain it again?
Okay, yes, sure. Let me just write the date out again. Sorry. Sometimes I can be too fast. Sorry. So so is equal to, I want to, okay, so for this particular date that I chose, we have 2 people on that made sales on that day, right? We have
I think it's actually 3.
Is it 3? Wow.
Yeah.
The reason why I said you should please take it again, I thought it should be 3 too, not 2.
Bruno Codon or something.
Sorry, my bad. I thought the date was as specific as the people. Okay, so like you said, we have 3 people that made sales on that particular day. So I chose that date, right? So to look up that particular date, we have the HLOOKUP. Means it is arranged horizontally. Then the lookup value was this particular date, which I highlighted. Then comma, the table array, the date would, since we are looking from the date downward, shift control down, then left, then another comma, and the row index number, since we are looking for the sales amount, right, is going to be 1 and 2. The date is column 1, sales amount is column 2, and commission is column 3. So that would be 2, then comma, then I choose exact match, then I press enter. So because I was focused on this particular date, I did not see this particular date, as I was like, wait, I think there's something wrong here. So apparently we have 3 days, 3 people having sales on this this particular date. Rather. 3 people.
Hello, observation.
Yes, I'm all yes.
Okay, sorry. According to the data you shared, the one we are using here, I think the arrangement of the dates is different from the one you are seeing. Maybe you have already rearranged the dates. In the data we have here, it's months before day. So can they, and the one we are typing now, the one we are using, we have 7/11, 7/12/2022. But here in the data you share with us that we are using, we have 12, then /7/7, the month before day. That's what I'm trying to ask. Can we still make use of it, or we should arrange the dates?
No, you can actually make use of it.
We have this. What she has is exactly what I have. So I'm surprised Mr. Adetona said he has something different. What I have here is 7/12/2022. Exact thing she has. So maybe you should look at your data that you are using.
But no,
Mr.
there is no problem actually. You do not need to rearrange it, except you want to rearrange it. If you want to rearrange it, you can just click on the dates column, right? And then try to come here and change the dates, maybe to a short date or more number format and all of that. But you really do not need, like another part of Excel, trying to change or to change the data, right, to suit what you need. But you do not need all of that, right? What you really need is, if you already have your table, you just want to quickly look up particular value. Instead of even writing the whole value out, you could just click on another cell, right, is equals to HLOOKUP, right? The first thing is the lookup value. What are you trying to look out for? You could just click on the particular cell you're trying to look out for. But sometimes you might not be able to quickly see the cell. Maybe you have a very big data. So that's why I was writing the date out first. Then if I want to look up the value, I'll just click on this particular cell where I wrote the value I want to look for, because sometimes you might have a very big Excel sheet and you might not know where exactly the value is. So if you just write out the value first, then if you want to look it up, you just click on that cell where you wrote the value. Or if you are able to quickly see the value you want to look for, you can just click on that particular cell itself. So you can see that it changed to C4 where the value was on the table. Do you understand this? So sometimes you really do not need to like change your dates as long as you know the value you want to look out for. Except if you want to sorry. Sorry, I hope I'm not confusing anybody.
No, ma'am. Please, my question is now, like now we want to now check how many persons maybe did those sales on that particular day. Just like this sale that you brought out on the 7th of 12, we found out that about 3 persons had sales that day. What if we want to bring out the 3 people that had sales and bring out their amount of sales that they each made or something? I don't know.
Yes,
we can do it like that.
Yes, we can do that using the filter and sum. We will still go there.
All right, ma. Thank you.
Yes. You will filter
Please,
by
okay.
day. You filter by that day, then sum the whole sales together.
Okay, sorry, I have an observation. I just want clarity. When we are working on VLOOK, you know, we highlighted the old data sets. We talked about looking for a commission, so we highlighted the old data set. Now that we are doing HLOOK and we are looking for the dates, you did not highlight the ID number. You started highlighting from the dates you needed downwards.
Yes.
Is that what? Okay, can you give clarity to why we did that in VLOOK and this in HLOOK?
Okay, let's say we want to check for a particular date in VLOOKUP. I am back to VLOOKUP right now. We can write V is equals to VLOOKUP, right? The lookup value, let's say we want to look up for this particular date, this 7/12/2022, right? Then comma the table array. We would start from the date table, date column, Control Shift down, right? Can you see? We did the same thing for VLOOKUP. We are starting from the date from the date we are looking up from.
Okay, so it's technically the same thing. Okay.
Yes, it's technically the same thing. Then the column index number would be sales. That would be 1, 2. That would be 2. Then comma false. Since we want the exact match, then enter. So we have the same thing: $5,436. So it's the same thing. The reason why we started from this first column here was because we were looking for the salesperson. So the you should start counting from the salesperson as 1, then to the particular column you want to look for, whether the sales are much. You might even want to look for the date. You might even want to find out what is the person's ID number, then and all of that. So you alight to that particular. Any other question?
Good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning.
I still don't get the difference between the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP. Yes. The way I look at it, I was like, what's now the difference between the two?
Okay. So, but we can see that the tabular arrangement is different for the VLOOKUP.
Yes, I can see we use different table. Can we use this? Can we use the same table for the two? Is it possible?
No, if you use HLOOKUP here, it's not going to work because if you look at the description, like try to type it in your Excel sheet. The difference is when you want to get the particular row index number or the column index number, which is the third value. You know, the first thing in both VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP is the lookup value. What are you trying to look up for? Then, comma, the table array, where you alight the table, whether you want to start from the date, you alight from the date downwards, whether you want to start from the salesperson, you alight from the salesperson downwards. That's how you create your table array. Then for the VLOOKUP, since it is column wise, we start from the salesperson, the ID number, the date, the sales amount, the commission. Here, it is the function is specified by column, but for the HLOOKUP, the function is specified by row. So if you write, let's try to run an HLOOKUP here, right? See, it's even telling me that it's supposed to be VLOOKUP. I don't know if you can see the error message is writing here because it is arranged by row. So if you try to use, let's just try to use VLOOKUP in this type of data that we have, right? Let's say we want to look up for Ali, right? Ali that we done before. It's even still showing me the error that it's supposed to be VLOOKUP, not HLOOKUP, because of the kind of data arrangements that we have.
I got it now. Thank you, ma'am.
So sorry, excuse me.
No problem.
So in a real life scenario, if you have like the first data for the VLOOKUP and you are supposed to conduct a HLOOKUP, can you transpose?
Yes, you can actually change your data set. You can transpose your data set.
Okay.
But instead of transposing, why don't you just use the function to just get what you need?
Okay. Thank you.
Transposing, for people that do not understand the meaning of transposing, it means like changing the vertical data to horizontal data, so that, or changing the horizontal data to vertical data. This one now is a vertical data because each column is in vertical orders. Like each column is in, like each salesperson is in one column, ID number is in another column, date is in another column. So this is like a vertical data. Why for HLOOKUP, right? The sales person is in a row, the ID number is in another row, and all of that. So this is like an horizontal arrangement, right? So what you were saying, the meaning of transpose is like changing this one to be in the vertical arrangement. So that's the meaning of transposing. Just changing maybe horizontal to vertical or vertical to horizontal. That's the meaning of transpose for people that were wondering what's the meaning of transpose. Any other question? Okay. So
Please,
we
I have
are,
a question.
yes. Yep.
Yeah, the transpose, can you like do an example and show us how to do that?
Okay.
Like with this vertical column, can you just like do the transpose on it so we can take a look at what it looks like?
Okay. I would do that, but I do not want to break the transmission of this lookup value. So I'm going to write down everything I'm supposed to do after this. We're supposed to check for the true, then the transpose.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
So going to the XLOOKUP. Now when we were doing VLOOKUP, we could see that we had the salesperson at the first column, then the value we wanted to look up was at the right hand side of the salesperson. What if, like, now let's go to the page of the XLOOKUP. What if the salesperson was at the end of the table, but we want to look up for the salesperson and we want to look up for the sales amount of the salesperson, right? If we use VLOOKUP, it is going to give us an error because for VLOOKUP, we are starting from the right downwards, right? We are starting from the first column downwards. That's why we have the column index number, where the salesperson was number one, because we're looking for the salesperson. So the salesperson will be number. Well, the salesperson was the first column downwards, right? But if we try to use VLOOKUP here, where the salesperson is in the last column, is it going to work? But we definitely still want to look up for the salesperson. So let's try to use VLOOKUP and see what's going to give us. The lookup value is Harley. So we click on Harley here, comma. The table array, we highlight the whole table, shift control, right, comma. The column index number. Remember that when we wanted to get column index number for the commission, the salesperson was at the beginning. Now the salesperson is at the end. If we say, okay, the salesperson is 0 from the end, right? The commission is -1. If we write -1, right, and then we get an exact match, it's going to give us an error Because for VLOOKUP, what I'm just trying to explain is for VLOOKUP, the lookup value that you want to get should be at the left and should be like beginning of the table. Let's just put like the beginning of the table. That would be our first column. Now, if we still want to look up for Harley, but we have the salesperson at the end, or like we have it after the value we want to get, like the salesperson is after the commission now that we want to get. It's not compulsory the lookup value has to be at the end, but it is after the value we want to get, like this salesperson being after the commission, right? You would use what we call the XLOOKUP for this kind of thing. So for the XLOOKUP, you write is equals to XLOOKUP. Then the first thing is we're going to choose the lookup value, then comma, the lookup array. Now this is a bit different. We have, you know, in the VLOOKUP, we had the lookup value, we had the table array, but here in the XLOOKUP, we have the lookup value, then we have the lookup array. So for the lookup array, it is the salesperson that we're going to highlight down because that's the array, lookup array that we are looking at. We have the lookup value. So the lookup value is from the salesperson. The lookup array is from the salesperson's column, which we're going to highlight. I'm not going to highlight the old table here for the XLOOKUP. Then we have the return array. Which column do we want to get? We have the commission column is what we want to get. So we highlight the commission column by shift control down, right? Then we have comma. It's not compulsory we have to do everything, so we could just press enter and it's going to give us the value of Harley, right, which is $1,239. Let me go through it again. So for the XLOOKUP, right, we write the XLOOKUP. The reason why we are using the XLOOKUP is because the lookup value we want to get, the salesperson value we want to get after the commission. In the VLOOKUP, we had the salesperson before the commission. So it was easy to start from salesperson as number 1 column, then 2, 3, and all of that. But for here, we have the salesperson after the value we need. So for this, we are going to use XLOOKUP. I'll just press my tab key so that it will auto complete. Then the lookup value is this value. So I click on my lookup value, which is constant everywhere. Then the lookup array, we do not need, this is not saying table array, this is lookup array, which is the particular column you are trying to look for, right? You are trying to ask, okay, which salesperson. So you control shift arrow down. Then we are looking for the return array. What value do we want in return? We want the commission in return. So we click on shift control down for the old commission. Then you press enter. So it's going to give you a particular commission for Harley, please. The reason why we're using XLOOKUP is because the lookup value that we need, the salesperson value that we need is after the commission, which is what we want to get, what we want in return.
Sorry, I have a question. What if the return array is not close to the one you're looking to the value you're looking for, like this one? What if we're looking for sales amount, for instance, as the return array?
Yes,
what do we do in that case?
So we still use XLOOKUP, right? The lookup value is Harley. then comma, the lookup array, since it's from the salesperson, you could do shift control down, comma, then the return array, we are trying to look for the sales amount, so we control shift down, we highlight the O colon, then press enter, and it's going to give us the sales amount of Harley's, which is 6,197, which is this here.
Okay, thank you.
So it means this one does not need either false or true.
Yes, it doesn't need that. It doesn't need where's the word? It doesn't need colon index number 2. It needs either, so it still has either was, but we didn't use it here. We didn't have to choose whether you want to.
I'm a little bit lost.
All right.
When you were choosing for the Harley Frieds and using the XLOOKUP, I was able to get, okay, fine, is equal to XLOOKUP, the Harley Frieds, the H8. Then when you were now selecting, since we were looking for the commission, you went to first select your array from the salesperson.
Yes,
Are you with
because
me?
yes, I can
Okay.
explain.
So you got your F3 to F224, fine. You selected the Harley. But now to be able to get the result, where did you go? That's where I'm getting lost.
Okay, so for XLOOKUP, if you try to run it on your hand, at the description, you will see the first thing it asks for is the lookup value. So for the lookup, we chose Harley, right, as our lookup value. So just on the cell that we're looking for.
Okay.
Then comma, it asked for, the second thing it asked for was lookup array.
Okay.
So for the lookup array, since we have lookup value, which value are we looking up for? Which is Harley. The lookup array would be which array, like which column are we looking, like are we sourcing from for, like since Ali is in the salesperson column.
Okay.
Our lookup array will be Harley. Will be in sorry. Since Ali is the same person you are looking for, our lookup array will be the column where Harley is found.
Okay.
This person. So that's why I highlighted the old salesperson.
All right. Okay, I got that.
Then the next one is which column do you want in return? We want the commission that Harley made, right? So that was when I highlighted the old commission array, which is my return array, which value or which column or which array do I want to return? Like which particular column do I want to return? Do I want to search from? Sorry, I hope I did not get you lost.
I've gotten that. So okay, after that, then what else?
There are other descriptions. You might do them and you might not do them. The next one is
but it's not giving me the value, it's just giving me start name and with a question mark.
Giving error. Yes.
Yes, it's giving error. So that's why I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
Yes, even it's giving error here too. I don't know, it's giving error here.
Okay, for me, I'm not getting an error.
It's giving me error.
Sorry.
This, let me see. Can you share your screen? Please, if you raise your hand, I really cannot see you because I'm in my Excel sheet. So you could just like unmute to talk so that I can hear you. For those people that are like raising up their hands.
I think the major challenge here, it depends on the fashion of the Excel they are using.
I think it's
there are some fashion of the Excel that okay. What fashion are you using?
I think I'm using 2013.
2030 does not have XLOOKUP.
Okay, I think it's the version. I think it's the version. But already I get that. Okay, I get that.
Thank
can
you.
only
I've
work
gotten
for
up to
2021 upward. It's from what? 2021 upward.
2021, or if you have Microsoft 365.
Okay, that means I have to upgrade. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
Well, what I'm thinking is maybe the version is low. The version of the Excel we are using is lower because I can see when I try to make use of that VLOOKUP initially, that's the vertical lookup and H horizontal lookup. It gives when I press the equal to V, it brings out the option and I double click on it. But when it gets to this X lookup now, so when I used to press everything, nothing like to give me like intelligence or to give me the full data. So I was the one that pressed everything. So I'm now looking at if maybe the version of what I'm using is low.
Yeah.
Well, I get the whole. I get the idea. Yeah. Okay. I like that. But okay, now let's see what's on.
Any other question, please?
Okay, but now this is what I
Thank you.
noticed. This is what I noticed. For those using XLOOKUP, if you just remove the X and use ordinary lookup, it will give you the value. For those using lower Excel models, I hope you're with me.
Okay.
So instead of the X now,
Yes.
once you do the normal highlighting of the columns that you are working with, but in this case, it will just be lookup equals to lookup, not equal to XLOOKUP. I think the version 2021 and above will give you that XLOOKUP. But if you just remove the X, just use lookup, the value you want to look up, the array that the value is, and what array the result value will be. It will pop your answer for you.
Very true. Very true. I just did it now and I got it. Very true. Thank you.
Okay. We can move on. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So, any other question? Okay. So we all understand the difference.
Sorry, I want to ask a question. So
No
you're
problem.
saying we can use this XLOOKUP only when maybe like when this salesperson is not in the first column, so to say, or how do you know this that looking at my data set, aside the fact that we know that for VLOOKUP it is you have the columns, for HLOOKUP you have them in the horizontal format. How do you know when you see, because this looks more like the data set for VLOOKUP. Do you understand? But
Yes.
how do I know I'm to use HLOOKUP? Is it when the name is towards the end and not anywhere near the beginning, or what do I have to look out for?
Okay, so the thing is, XLOOKUP is mostly used because you can just use it anytime, whether your data is at the beginning, whether the lookup value is at the beginning or at the end or anywhere. But most people use VLOOKUP, right? Because most of the time our data is like structured in this kind of way, where we have the each value, like the ID number, the date, the sales amount in a particular column. They are arranged column wise, right?
That's the variables.
Yes, but for horizontal, they are arranged row wise. Each ID number, date will be on each row. But for the reason why we use XLOOKUP is if you try to use VLOOKUP in this particular arrangement, which is a vertical arrangement, because the value we are trying to look up is coming after the value we need, like the salesperson we are trying to look up for Harley, the commission that Harley made is before the salesperson in this particular column. That is why we are using XLOOKUP. Even if the salesperson is before commission, you can still actually use XLOOKUP. Let's try to do that. Like even where you're supposed to use VLOOKUP, right? Let's go to VLOOKUP and use XLOOKUP there. Right here. We used Franklin, right? So let's try to use XLOOKUP where we use VLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, right? We have the lookup value as Franklin, right? Right, comma. The lookup array will be the old salesperson. Yeah, I like that. Comma. The return array we need is the commission here. Then comma, or we just press enter. See, it gave us something very similar. That is $867, $866.7, which is approximately the same thing.
Sorry, question. I have a
Yes.
question. Can we use this XLOOKUP in the row when the headers are arranged in rows? In the other, yes, this one. Can we use it correctly?
I haven't tried that before, but let's try it. So it's nothing bad in trying. The lookup value here is Ali, right? Then the lookup array will be this salesperson here. The return value we need is the commission. And enter. Yes, we can.
Thank you very much.
Any other question? Okay. So moving on to.
I think this XLOOKUP is shorter than and faster than the other VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP for me.
Yes, I get that. So let's go to lookup 3, right? Where, okay, you want to look up for Harley, but you do not want to look up for only the commission. You want to also look up for the sales amount at the same time. So for this, we will also be using XLOOKUP for this, right? So we'll say is equals to XLOOKUP. Then the lookup value is Harley. The lookup array is this all the column of the salesperson where Harley is found. Then the return array, we would select both the sales amount.
Hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, ma. Have you done lookup 2, ma?
I think you skipped that. You skipped it.
Sorry, what lookup are we on?
We've done XLOOKUP. Then after XLOOKUP, it should be XLOOKUP 2.
From my own head, it's seeming, but this sheet is not shitty there. I'm coming, sorry. The sheet is looking very similar.
They're almost the same.
Commission. Okay. I get the reason. I can remember why I did this. Yes, okay. Sorry. So still on the XLOOKUP. I'm so sorry. I was looking at it like this thing is the same thing. I don't remember. Okay, this was the reason why I did that. So for this one, right, we're still going to be using the XLOOKUP. So for the XLOOKUP or for the lookup for those of us that are using this older version, we have the lookup value. We still want to look up for Harley right here. No.
Sorry, are you on XLOOKUP too?
Okay. Yes, I am on XLOOKUP too.
All right, thank you.
Let's say that, okay, I remember very well now. Let's say that we want to look up for someone, but we don't know if the person is on the sheet, right? We don't know if that person, maybe that person's data is on the sheet. Let's say me. You want to look up for me, my name, right? If you press enter, you're going to have like an NA command, right? But NA means like it's an error, right? Because I am not on the sheet. But if you press on F2, like you're on that error sign and you press F2, it's going to bring out the O function thing that you wrote. So you go back inside the brackets for the XLOOKUP that you wrote previously, and we if you in the description you would see the lookup value, the lookup array, the return array. Then you see something called if not found. If it is not found, like you don't know, maybe the value is in the Excel sheet. If it is not found, you could write like a comment. So you click on shift, then on the beside on my own keyboard, it is beside my enter, the key, the left key just before my enter key is like a quotation mark. So you press shift, that quotation mark, then you can write not found. Then you press shift, that quotation mark again, then you press enter. So you see that it's going to write irremediate not found instead of writing the NA, which means error. So that was why this sheet was there.
Can you come back again, please?
Sure.
Please, can you repeat it?
Sure. So for, let's say we want to find for Harley, we could just copy this name, Harley, Control C, then Control V. We will see that the commission is going to come out. The commission that Harley made for that particular sales day is going to come out here. But let's say you do not know, maybe a particular person's data is on that sheet, on the data sheet, on the Excel sheet, right? Maybe someone like me, like my name, Iremide, right? Now, if you write Iremide without writing this not found, comments, it's going to give us NA. So if we do not want NA, like if we want you to write not found instead of writing error, because NA means error, you can write this equals to XLOOKUP. What I did before was a shortcut where, because I've already written the XLOOKUP on that particular cell, I just press F2. F2 is like a shortcut, so it will bring out the whole thing that you've written before. So you could just tweak it, but just let me do it from the beginning again. So I will have my XLOOKUP, right? I'm trying to look up for Iremide on this shell, on this data sheet. So the lookup value is me. I'll click on Iremide, right? Then comma, the lookup array, which is the salesperson, comma, the return array. Maybe I just want to find out, let's say, the sales amount. Let's just use the sales amount. So I light the sales amount. Then if I press enter, it's going to give me an error, NA. But let's say I do not want it to write NA. If the person is not there, I want it to write not found. So that was why I pressed F2. So if I press F2 at the top of your keyboard, there are some keys like F1, F2, F3, F4. So you click on F2. Then you go inside your bracket. Then you press comma. You'll see it's aligned if not found. So if not found, you press your shift key, then your quotation mark key. Then you can write not found. Then you close the quotation mark. key by pressing shift quotation mark. The quotation mark is just beside your enter key, the left key on your keyboard beside your enter key on your keyboard. So if you just press enter, so you see that it will change from NA, which is like an error, to not found.
I have a question. Why did you use the sales amount column instead of the commissions column?
I was just trying to give another example so that like okay, you can use sales if you are looking for the sales amount, if you are looking for the commission, if you are looking for anything, but you don't know if the person is on the sheet or not. You still do the same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Please, I couldn't get the F2. I don't know where to go to press the F2 so that I
Okay,
can see what the formula was there.
Okay, you click on the cell that you wrote your function in. If you click on that cell, then you could, sorry. If you click on that cell, right, you could actually double click on the cell. If you double click it to bring out the O function, or you can click on this cell and press F2. So F2 is, if you look at your keyboard, at the topmost keys on your keyboard, you will see the escape key, F1, F2, F3. So you can just press F2, just like a shortcut. Or just for easy peasy, just double click on the cell to bring out the function. So you could just continue.
Okay, my F2 didn't bring it up, but double click brought it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay. No other question. So
I think those of us using the lower version, I don't know. Initially, I got a number. I tried it again.
Yes,
I don't understand it.
what do you understand?
We are in the same ship.
I think it has to do with those of us using the lower version of Excel.
Okay.
It's not looking great this way.
Do you have any issue right now?
Yes, it's showing error.
Please
probably maybe because of the version.
What is showing error?
When I try to input not found, if not found, showing error.
Same with mine. If not found, I just put not found. It didn't do anything. You just said error.
Inside the
Can you go through it again, please?
Quotation mark. Did you put inside the quotation mark?
Yes. Can you go through again, please? So I will see what I made, the error I made, please.
All right. So you will be using lookup, right? So then the lookup value is this cell, comma, the lookup array will be the salesperson column. Highlight everything, then comma. The return array, let's just go with commission. You want to check out the commission they made, right? You highlight the O colon, then another comma. If not found, then it has to be double quotes. That's why I said you're going to press shift key. You press your shift key down, then you press your double quotes. It's going to give you double quotes like this. Then not found. Then you end it with another double quote by pressing the shift key, then double quotes, then press enter. It didn't work this time around.
Can you please put your cursor on the not found? I want to look at the formula at the top, please.
All right.
Okay, the double quotes is for not found. Okay, all right, let me try it. Mine said I have entered too many arguments for this function.
Please, can you share your screen?
Sorry, I'm listening to you using my phone and working on my laptop based on what I can see here. So I can't share my screen unless I turn it. Hold on, let me just turn it down. Let me put on my video and turn it for it.
All right, no problem.
It's because of the fashion you are using. I think you are using lookup, right?
Yes, I used lookup. I
It
couldn't use
will
the lookup.
It will not work. The argument that the lookup can contains has been exceeded. So
Okay.
the lookup function does not allow for any other functions after the lookup vectors that you are finding. So it might probably not work.
Can you see my system?
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to set it to let
Sorry,
it view.
probably she can share her screen.
No, I can't share the screen. I'm using my phone while working on the system.
Okay, you're using your phone on the call.
But I think it has to do with the version. Like everyone said, it has to do with the version because I was able to get other things. It has to do with the version.
And are you sure it's not probably maybe a little error that is not being fixed? That is not making the command respond.
It's not the error. I've actually done it here as well. That's the
Okay.
same result it gives. It boils down to the function that is being used. If you use the lookup, that will be the error that it will bring. But if you can try the XLOOKUP on another system, it will actually work.
Any other question?
Yes, ma'am.
Greg.
Can we also use a VLOOKUP to also write a not found? Maybe the way we are using XLOOKUP to also do it. Can we also write it in VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP?
Okay. Let me see if that is. Let me check if that is on my VLOOKUP right now. No, you can't write that because the description on VLOOKUP does not contain if not found. It only contains lookup value, table array, colon index number, then range lookup, whether true or false. Another question. So we can move on, right?
Yes.
Okay. So before when I was digressing, right? So I was talking about how if we want to look up for more than one particular value, let's say we want to look up for both the sales amount and the commission that Harley made. So we can use XLOOKUP also for this. So we will press is equals to enter XLOOKUP, right? You press your tab key to auto complete it. Then the lookup value is Harley. So we click on the cell. Then the lookup array is the salesperson. Then we press shift control down. Then comma. the return array, we want both the sales amount and the commission amount. So we would highlight both the sales and the commission at each control. We highlight the two columns. Then if not found, if you still want to do the if not found, you can write whatever you want to write for if not found and what's not, then you just click on enter. So you see that it's going to give us both the sales amount and the commission.
Please go ahead and do if not found here also, please. I beg you.
Sorry, what did you say?
I say you should please do if not found here also. Let's see. Another example.
Okay, if
Sorry,
you
please.
want
Remedy,
Yeah.
just a minute. When you were selecting sales amount and commission amount,
Look familiar.
how did you populate on both areas and separate it to sales amount? Did you repeat it in both cells? Or
No, I did not repeat it in both cells.
so how did you identify which one was sales?
And me, please mute them or mute them.
Mr. Akinshola Mochid.
Yes, sir.
Please, can we have your mic muted, sir?
I'm sorry. I just saw it now.
So the reason why it auto populated was because the way the sales and amount and the commission were like very close, like the next column after each other, is the same way it is here, and it just auto completed because I highlighted the two columns when I was using my XLOOKUP. Let me do it again so that I can explain it better that way. So for my XLOOKUP, to look up the sales amount and the commission, I use XLOOKUP, right? The lookup value is Harley. Then the lookup array will be the salesperson column, which I highlighted here. Then to look up the sales amount and the commission, I highlighted the sales amount by pressing Ctrl Shift down. Then also I highlighted the commission column at the same time. So when I press enter, it will populate both the sales amount and the commission.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mine is showing error. Can I see the formula again?
Sure. The lookup value is Harley. You can just click on the cell where Harley is. Then the lookup array will be, you highlight the old salesperson column. Then the return array will be, you highlight both the sales amount and the commission amount.
That's what I did, but I'm getting error.
Please, if I may ask, what if, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. What if the sales amount and the commission amount that we want to look up to, what if they are not close to each other on the table?
If they are not close to each other on the table, then you have
let's say there is another column in between.
Yeah. Then you will have to do XLOOKUP for each one individually.
Okay, we'll have to do for each column. Okay, separately.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess.
But sorry, who said their own is not working? Like, what's wrong?
I don't know.
Is
I
those
did
of
what you
us,
did, but I'm getting error.
I think those of
Like,
us using
can you click on your formula?
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
it's up here.
if I may come here. Those of us
3,
using lower version, it
those
will
of
not
us,
2,
allow
it
it.
3,
will
8,
not work.
24.
It will not
So
because
It's
it's
3,
already framed like that. You can't add
3.
yes.
any more values to it. It will just be stuck at the record, the results array, and that's all. They would not allow you to do that.
It's
But
not
can you
working.
remove
Okay,
the 8 and
I'm
see
not
if it
using
will work?
lower version actually. But okay, hold on. What did I do?
What?
Are you highlighting the O colon like from
And you put
B3 to
comma after I
yes?
like
My
you put
formula is the
comma.
same with yours. I'm looking at the formula now and I can see that they are the
Yes.
same, but I don't know where the. Let me do
Please
it
can you
again.
share your
Hold on.
screen?
It's because of the
Okay,
version. It will not
let me
No,
work.
share my
it's the
screen.
same
I have
version.
tried with the
I'm using the
version.
same version with you. I'm not using a lower version. Let me share my
It's
screen.
all right.
I'm actually connected on my phone as well.
Okay.
How do I do this? I'm connected on my phone, like the class on my phone, and I'm using my system. But I've
Yes.
been getting the rest. Yeah, you get. I don't know. Let me
So,
do it again. I'm not where the.
can you share an image on this link in the comments? It's not so. So how many of us are using the like lower older version? Like if you are using the older version, please can you just raise your hand so that I can know how many people have.
You said which version did you call it?
If you are using the older version like 2013. Okay. Okay, I think they're like 5. Okay. I think I would have to if you can connect your laptop right to the internet, then let's see if we could use Microsoft 365 like someone said, but it is the web version. I don't know if you can connect your laptop to the internet. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes, if you can. So you'd let me try to show you how.
So what do we do?
I'm coming in just a minute, please. I want to try to get the link so I can share it with you.
Somebody shares the procedure, the steps on the chat somewhere. Oh, Yusuf Adisa shared it there.
Oh, okay.
Abiola Oduaye, sorry, shared the steps to updating.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Um, I'm trying to see if I can. Sorry, are you able to share your screen?
Is it me? No.
Sorry, what the value that we got 6,197, right?
You're supposed to get 2 values actually. You're supposed to get one for the sales and one for the
I'm coming. Yeah, 6,197 for the sales amount, and for the commission 1,239.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've gotten it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So I'm trying to see if I can get the online version. I don't want to. I'm not seeming to get it yet. I think there is like a free trial, but you'd have to like sign in, and the whole process is quite. It's not too long, but let's see. You'd have to sign in and all of that. So what we would do is, for those people that cannot follow up yet, I will try to see how I will try to what's the word? I will try to leave my WhatsApp line, right? So if I am able to get the I would make a video on how to be able to sign up for Microsoft 365 so that you could use it online, or you could follow the steps that they shared in the chat to be able to upgrade your Windows version, and then you can like get the newer version. But I would try to leave my WhatsApp line. I think I should do that now before I forget, so that you can
Thank
so
you
that you
so
can reach
much.
out to me, so that that's my WhatsApp line. So I would make a video before the end of the day. So if you message me, I'll just be able to share you on how to get the version. Microsoft 365 is an online version you can use on the web to be able to use these things in case you are not able to upgrade quickly, so that before you forget or what's not. Because it's like good to practice almost immediately after learning something. So any other question, please, before we move on? Before I move on, please, I would like to know how, like, do we all understand everything that we've spoken about to this time? Is there anything that you want me to clarify apart from those two things that we're supposed to clarify before we leave? How are we enjoying the class? Is it quite explanatory? Hope I'm not saying too many big words or being too fast or anything. I just want like 3 people to give me feedback, like with your thumbs. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. Mine, what I've not really gotten is that if found or if not found. That's what I've not
Okay.
seen. Please, you see, throw more light on it so I can get it. Thank you.
All right. Any other person? What do you not understand yet?
Okay, for me, I did not get the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP. If you can throw more light on it.
Okay. Any other thing? We're all good then.
Good day. Please,
Yeah.
I was lost in transit, but maybe later I will connect with you on WhatsApp so that I can do the needful. Thank you.
Okay. Any other thing? Okay, let me quickly go over the if not found and then the XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Please, if you raise your hand, like I said, I might not be able to hear you, so please just unmute yourself, say what you want to say, and then you can mute yourself back so that class will not be too rowdy. So moving to the if not found, right, for the first person. If not found is just so that your whatever you are looking up, it will not show an error, because NA means error, right? So let's say you want to search for a particular person or a particular date or the amount that the particular person made, or whatever you want to search for in your data, right? But you don't know, you're not sure if the person's details is in your data. That's when we use if not found, right? So for the X, you can only use if not found in the XLOOKUP. Like we tried, someone asked the question earlier, if you use it for the VLOOKUP, but we saw that there is nothing, there is no description for that in the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP. So you can only use if not found in the XLOOKUP, right? So for those of us using the older version, we might not be able to do this just yet. But as you can see my screen, so to use if not found, you write the VLOOKUP, right? The lookup value, let's say, let me first of all write the lookup value that we need right here. So let's say you want to search for Iremide, right? Someone bearing Iremide. In this data sheet, she's not there, right? I'm not on the data sheet, but let's say you want to look up for me on the data sheet, so it will be equals to XLOOKUP. Then the lookup value will be Iremide, so you click on the cell, then comma, the lookup array will be, okay, am I in the salesperson column? Then comma, then the return array, probably you want to check the commission I made, then you highlight the O commission column 2. If I press enter, it's going to give me NA, right, which is an error. So like the easy way of pressing F2 is a shortcut. You could just double click, it's going to bring out the O function again. So at the end of the function, you write another comma. So you see like if not found. So if not found, you would press your shift key, then your quotation mark key. So you write not found. Instead of it writing NA, you write not found, you press another quotation mark and you press
Hello,
enter.
please.
So give
Is
you
there
a not found.
hello?
If it is not found, you need to write not found. But if it can be found, let's change the name to, let's say, Ivan Hines, right? It's right here. See, it gave us a particular value. I'm just saying, okay, if it is not found, write not found. But if the particular person can be found on the data sheet, it's going to give you the particular value you're looking for. Any questions? Sorry, I'm sorry for breaking you short.
Is there a formula or a something to write if not found there before the column? Sorry, the quotation mark.
No. There's
just,
no. I'm just saying it like if it's not found.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
give
saying
space. Is there space in between? After the
no, you might not. No, you might not necessarily leave space. You can remove the space and press enter. If you press Iremide,
okay,
still give you
I'm trying to do it.
See, it's still going to give you not found. What you need is the comma. After writing the comma, you use the double quotation mark. Then you write whatever comment. You might want to write not seen, missing. Any comment you need, just put it inside the quotation mark. Then you press enter. Okay, let's change it from not found to missing, right? Inside the quotation, you can say inside the double quotation mark, let's try missing. Then press enter. You see, it writes missing. Any other question? Please, the person that asked the question, are we clear?
Yes, ma. It's clear, ma. Thank you.
Okay. So for the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP, I'll come back to it later so that we don't have to delay every other person, right? So let's say you have this kind of table where you have different companies, but instead of, you do not really know how the name is written. You do not know that, okay, for Nike, you had Nike I International, like INC, guess I don't know if it's international or whatever, but INC, right? You have Amazon UK, Apple, EMEA, PepsiCo. You thought probably it's Pepsi, but if you write Nike and you try to do XLOOKUP, right, on Nike instead of Nike INC dot, right, that is here, that is in the table. I mean, by the way, I am in the XLOOKUP 4 page. If you try to write Nike and you try to do XLOOKUP on Nike, XLOOKUP, right? The lookup value is Nike, comma, the lookup array will be the old companies, comma, the return array, you want to check the sales amount, you highlight it, then you press enter. You see that it's going to give us like an error because there is nothing like Nike there, right? It is called Nike INC. But if you still want to be able to get everything, if you still want to be able to get Nike, but you don't know how Nike was written in the data sheets, you could still use your XLOOKUP, right? But in the lookup value, you click on the lookup value, and then you press your shift on top of number 7. I hope it is the same thing for everybody's keyboard. You will see hand. You will see this hand there, right? Then you press your quotation, double quotation mark, and inside your double quotation mark, you would use your ampersand. The ampersand is the symbol at the top of number 8. So you press shift, then number 8 to bring you your ampersand. Let me go over it again. So what is our lookup value? What value are we trying to look up for? We're trying to look up for Nike. So we press Nike, the cell where Nike is, right? And then you press comma, and before you press your comma, because Nike might have other names in the cell, in like here it is written as Nike INC dot, like I think probably it's international, I don't know, sorry, but like it has other initials in the names. So what you will do is to press the lookup value, which is Nike, then you press shift, then there is a symbol on top of 7, which is hand. So you press shift, number 7, which will give us this hand. Then you press shift, then the quotation mark, right? Double quotation mark. Sorry, I'm pressing enter. Shift, double quotation mark. Then you press shift again, number 8, to give us this ampersand. So that will make us tell the Excel sheet that I am looking for Nike, but if there is any other thing, any other letters that is in with Nike, that is what I'm looking for. So you press comma, then the lookup array will be like the normal way we'll be doing it. The company where Nike will be found. Then the return array, we are trying to look for the sales amount, so we highlight the old column for the sales amount. If you want to write if not found, you say okay, write missing, yeah, missing. But it's not compulsory, but you could write it, then another comma. Then we see that we have the match mode here. So for the match mode, instead of choosing exact match, we're going to choose wide card character match for this type of thing. So we click on it.
Please, why did you put this exclamation mark after missing?
Oh, it's just me commenting, like missing, like
okay, missing. Like okay, oh okay, yeah, I get.
Yes. So we can see that here it gives us the exact value. So let's say we want to check.
Please, can we see the code again?
Sure. This is the code. Let's say we want to look up for
Why the exclamation mark? Sorry.
the exclamation. Okay, let me remove the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is just my comment to say it is missing.
What is the 2 for? The 2.
Okay, the 2 is the match mode. Remember in VLOOKUP and other lookups, HLOOKUP that we did, we had true, false, and all of that, the match mode. So the 2, after not found, right, we have what we call match mode. It's called wild card something. Let me try to see it again. Yes, wild card character match, which is 2. So for exact match, it is 0. For exact match or next smaller item -1, exact match or larger item 1, then wild card character match 2. So it is wild card character match we want to use here. So we press on it or click on 2, then press enter.
Actually, I still don't
Where are
get
you
it.
reading those from? Where is it from?
We don't understand that.
All
still
those
don't get
values
Yeah,
are
where did it come from?
We're
Why are
using
we
wild
using
character match because of the nature of the data we are looking for. The data might not have like an exact match. Like we're trying to wildcard.
No, all those options you mentioned, where are they? You say white character, exact.
You can see it on my screen. The other time when I was talking about.
And why did you choose 2 instead of 3?
Okay, if you I don't know if you have the newer version, right? If you have the newer version, just try to write this formula, right? This XLOOKUP. Let me try to do it again. But the thing is, you cannot see my description, so I don't know how to explain it except you do it by yourself. By the time you are doing it by yourself, the description is going to come out on your own Excel sheet from your own end, right?
All right.
Yes, I can see match mode and search modes on my Excel sheet.
Yes. So when you after writing your if not found, right? Have you written your if not found?
Yes, that's missing.
Yes, you already
Yes,
put the
I've
comma,
written
right?
missing.
Okay, have you used the comma? By the time you use the comma now, you would see something on that.
Okay. I've seen them. Yes.
Yes. So 0 is for exact match.
Okay. So how will you now exact match? Okay.
Yeah, you just double click on wildcard character match. Switch bring out 2. Double click on wildcard.
So why did you choose why did you choose that one instead of exact match?
Yes, the reason why I chose it is because of the nature of data that we're working on. We do not know if like how the name was written, the kind of amount that is there and all of that. So that's why we are like guessing. It's like a kind of guess.
Orange.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I also observed that when we click enter,
but
even
if we
after
are
writing
sure,
that too. Hello, please. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I
I
can hear you.
observed that when we click the white cat and put comma and start writing another number, you click enter, it will write 1.
After clicking the match mode.
Yes, that is it will appear 2. If you write comma, before pressing, okay, that 1 is the search mode.
Search mode, yes, but it's not needed.
Okay, but even I didn't write it. I didn't write the 1, but I put comma after 2 and click enter in my own keyboard.
Yeah,
now
because you
wrote
already
1.
The thing with Excel is if you try to do something but you do not explicitly state what you need, there are some default settings on Excel, so it's going to choose the default setting for you. So you don't if you don't need a particular thing, you just leave it.
Okay,
like you don't need to
because I wrote comma. Okay, if I didn't want another, I shouldn't have written comma. I should have just ended at that 2 and click enter.
Yes, exactly.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, someone was asking a question too.
No, I wanted to be sure I got okay. If assuming we are sure of what we are looking for, we can use exact mode or other
Yes,
option,
yes,
right?
yes. You can use exact.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes. So this you did
Hello. Hello,
yes, I
ma'am.
can hear.
Please,
Yes,
when do
ma'am.
we use the other this thing before the white card, the 0 and the 1? When do we use it?
Okay, the 0 exact value is if you are sure of the okay, let me just use the 0 exact value, right? In this XLOOKUP, right? We've done XLOOKUP before. So in XLOOKUP, we want to look up for this alley freeze, right? So we have alley freeze as our lookup value. Then for our lookup array, we have the salespersons here, right? Then we have the return array. We want you to return the commission of Harley. Then after that, if not found, you can write something on if not found. You might not necessarily write anything. So you move to the next one. Then we want the exact match, right? Which is 0, right? I will press enter. See, it gave me the same thing, like the exact commission that Ali made on that particular day, $1,239, which is also approximately $1,239 here. So you can see that we use the exact match here. But because of the
your screen is frozen. Your screen is frozen. Can't see it.
okay. Oh my god. Let me try again.
I think that has to do with network. It's not from your end.
Okay, it's not from my end, it's from our own network, right?
Yes.
We can see it
Actually,
now. We can see it now.
Okay, can you see it? Okay.
Did you see what I did using the exact match?
No,
Yes.
I didn't.
Okay, so what I did was to use I'm in the lookup page, like the normal lookup page. So I used I'm trying to look up for Ali, what was Ali's commission for a particular, what was Ali commission? So the lookup value is Ali. Then I highlighted the lookup array, which is where Ali can be found in the salesperson column, right? So I highlighted, then the return array is in the commission column. Then I highlighted that. Then if not found, I said it's not compulsory, you have to write something if not found, so I just left it. Then I press another comma. Then I chose the exact match for the match mode. Can you see my screen? I want to be sure you can see my screen.
So it's double comma
Yes,
now
was
before
that
the 0.
a double comma?
The reason why it's double comma is because in this space there is supposed to be if not found. Like I could write anything in my if not found, like not found or no or something, but I didn't. I decided not to put any comment there. I know that
Yeah, I got.
Ali is in the data, but because I want the exact match, so I wrote another comma to use the exact match, right? Which is exact
Okay,
match
okay,
is
that's fine.
0, right? For the exact match, it is 0. So I just click on exact match. I double click on exact match, right? Rather, if you don't want to write 0, you can just double click on it. It's in the match mode, right? You can just double click on exact match to write 0, then press enter, it will give you the value. But because of the intricacy of this kind of thing we are working on, we don't know if the name matches exactly. So that's why we're using like wildcard. Is you do we understand it?
It's clear now. It's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the
Yes,
other
it's
person
clear.
that was asking why she used comma and all of that. It was because it was the last one, and if you do not pick anything, there are default settings for it. Like now, you know, if I did not use anything in if not found, it's going to write NA, because that's the default thing on Excel. But because it is found, it's going to give me the figure, right? But if I do not want it to give me the default NA, that's when I will now have to write something in the brackets. Do you understand? So if you skip a particular step on Excel, it's going to run the default for you. Is that clear with everybody?
It's very clear now. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so for this, we want to find the sales Harley made in the year 2020. So right here, in the previous ones, we just have the salesperson, the ID number, the date, the sales amount, and the commission. But in lookup 5, we have the figure in USD. Then we have 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Then we have the salesperson, and then we have different sales that they made for each year. So let's say you have a table like this where you have different salespeople, then the sales they made per year, and you want to find out the sales that person made for a particular year, right? So this is like an XLOOKUP in an XLOOKUP. But let's start from the basics. So first of all, we're going to be looking up XLOOKUP, right? The lookup value, right, will be Harley. That's the first lookup value we're trying to find for Harley. Then the lookup array will be this the all salespeople, right? Comma. Then now for the return array, we want to find this commission Harley made in 2020. But for us to find the commission Harley made in 2020 for our return array, we have to write like another lookup, because we have to look up for 2020 in all the different years. Do you understand? So for this, we'll be writing another lookup. So the lookup value here will now be the year, which is 2020. But unfortunately, the XLOOKUP here is closing it. But under this here, we have 2020. So I just click on the cell. That gives me I3, right? Then comma, the lookup array will be everything here. From you select the year 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Then, because I chose 2020 as my year, so the lookup array will be this year. Then the return array will be in all the table. You highlight all these years. No, let me say table. You highlight all the years for the return array. Then you click on enter. Okay, I cannot close it. So you close it, then close it. So you need to give me the particular commission Harley made in the year 2020. I'll come again. So we want to check what commission Harley made in the year 2020, right? So we have this whole table. We have different years, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. We have different salespeople, right? But we want to check for Harley, what Harley made in the year 2020. So for the commission, we have the XLOOKUP. We're going to use the XLOOKUP to look up this value. So the first lookup is, since we are looking for Harley, right? What will be our lookup value? It will be Harley. Then comma, what will be our lookup array? It will be the array where Harley can be found, which is in the salesperson column, right? We highlight it, then we press comma. Then the return array, what do we want in return? We want the commission for the year 2020. But how can we get the commission for the year 2020? We will write another lookup. We want to look up for the commission in year 2020. So we write another lookup. Then what value do we want to look up this time around? We want to look up for the value year 2020, right? Which is in this year. But because the lookup function we are writing has covered, once you see this plus sign, it shows you that you're in the cell. So you just click on the cell. So you need to give it the cell number I3, then comma. What is the lookup array? The lookup array is where is 2020 found, right? So it's going to be found in this top table that I highlighted in green here, right? So you press comma, then you return array. Where would the commissions be found? It will be found between 2019 to 2022. So you just press shift control down, then shift control right arrow, right? Then you close the first, you close the second lookup, then you close the first lookup, then you press enter. That will give you the commission Ali made in 2020. Let's say you want to change it to 2021. If you click enter, you will see that the figure will change to 2021, which is $1,354. Let's say you want to change it to 2019. You want to check for the year 2019. You write 2019 in the year. Then when you click enter,
I'm not seeing your screen again.
Since when?
Okay. I'm seeing now. It was going off and coming.
Was that happening to everybody?
No.
No, it's a network.
It's a network. No.
Okay. So if you click on 20, if you change the year to 2019, you see that it will change the commission by salesperson to Ali 2019. If you change the salesperson's name to, let's say, Franklin Y, right? So let's change this. You see that it will give us Franklin Wright 2019 commission, which is 867. Should I come again?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. This is like a double lookup because you are trying to look up for Franklin Wright. We've changed it. We've changed the name to Franklin Wright. We want to look up for Franklin Wright in 2019. We want to look up for Franklin Wright commission in 2019, right? Because this is a table commissions by salesperson. We have different salespersons. We have 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 commission. We want to look out for Franklin Wright. What was Franklin Wright's commission in 2019? So for this, we're going to be using XLOOKUP because we're going to look up the value. So press is equals to XLOOKUP, right? The lookup value. What lookup? Who are we trying to look up for? We're trying to look up for Franklin Wright. So we press on this cell, then a comma. It's just the normal way we've been doing XLOOKUP. The only difference is when we get to the return array, what do we need in return? We need the commission for the year 2020. It's because we need in the year 2020. That is why this lookup will be different from the other lookups. That is why, because we need for year 2020 in the table, we're going to also look up for year 2020 in the table. So we're looking for Franklin Wright, which is used here for lookup array. The lookup array where will Franklin Wright to be found? It's going to be found in the salesperson column. Then we'll press another comma. Now this is the difference between the normal lookup that we've been doing and this one. In the return array, instead of choosing 2020, right, we are going to be looking up for 2020 in this manner by pressing another XLOOKUP, right? Then what is the lookup value? In this year, the XLOOKUP function we are writing as hidden the year, but under this year we had 2019, right? We changed it to 2019. So we click on this cell. It's going to give us the cell number, which is I3, which is our lookup
You
value.
clicked on which cell? So which cell did you click on?
Under the year, the cell under the year, which is I3.
Okay, thank you.
Then you press your comma because you're trying to look up for 2020. You press your comma, then your return lookup array. For every lookup array, I just want you to always remember that lookup array is where would your lookup value be found, right? So for the lookup array, it's going to be found between 2019 to 2022. So you highlight all of that, then you press your comma, then your return array, where would your value be found, right? It's going to be found in between 2019 to 2022 for all the specific salespersons. Then you close that lookup function, and then you close the first lookup function and you press enter. So you see that it will change, it will give us the value for Franklin Wright for 2019. If you want to check for 2022, you just change the year to 2022. If you press enter, you see that it's changed it to 1127 for 2022 for Franklin Wright.
Thank you. But the part I don't get is, how do you change under this H3? How do you keep changing from Franklin Wright to another name to 2019? Is there a formula there that changes it?
No, you could just change it by copying and pasting. Like, okay, maybe you want to check for Bruce Rich now. When you come to Bruce Rich, you could just press Ctrl+C. Then when you get here, you just change it to Ctrl+V. It has changed. If you want to change the year, you could just enter any year that you want, 2021. Once you press enter 2021, you change the year from 2022 to 2021. Just press enter. It will change the value.
Thank you very much.
Type the value you want to change it to, or copy and paste the value you want to change it to.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let me try to schedule. Any other question? Please, I hope we all understand this part.
So I have a question, please. When do
Yes.
we know when to use this XLOOKUP 5? Like, what scenario are we to make use of this XLOOKUP 5?
Okay, when you are trying to when your tabular data is in this form. Now, in our previous lookup, our tabular data was just like this, where we had each information on a particular column, like ID number is in column B, date is in column C, sales amount is in this column, and all of that. But if your table looks like this, where you have like they used to call this kind of, I've forgotten what they call this table, it's a kind of pivot table where you have both rows, right, and column, like information is kind of intertwined between rows and column. How would I explain this now? Like the information for each person now is arranged in where your 2019
several columns.
Like it's kind of intertwined, like is how would I explain it now?
Different columns.
like
Like
2019.
like metrics column.
2019 is in column C, right? 2020 is in column D. 2021 is in column C. But for each person, again, it's in different rows. Like you are trying to look up for. Let me just put it this way. So I'm not make it too complex. When you are trying to look up for two,
Please share your screen. Please.
Is my screen not shared?
No.
It's shared though. I'm seeing
It is. It is. We're saying
it
it.
is.
I'm
It's
not seeing it.
network. It's network.
When you are trying, let's let me put it this way. When you are trying to look up for two things at once, two things at the same time, like you're trying to look for the sales this year, the commission a salesperson made for a particular year. Just let me put it that way. I think that's the better description to this, so that you don't try to be looking for one table. How does one table look like, and all of those things.
What if we say when it's arranged?
Yeah, I said we should not think of the arrangements now. Don't think about the arrangements. Just think about the if you are trying to look for two things at the same time, like you're trying to look for a particular salesperson. The condition is salesperson made for a particular year. Did you get that? I hope I did not nobody's talking. Hope my network has not gone.
We are still audible. We are audible.
Oh, okay.
Is that a comma before the C in the second bracket? The second lookup.
I'm going to do it again. When I was explaining the stop script. Right, so yeah.
I can see Evelyn and Akisola raising their hands up.
No, I'm not raising my hand. I think it's an error.
Okay.
I'm coming. I'm trying to rewrite the function. Okay, instead of rewriting the function in silence, let me just be saying it again, so that everybody can understand what I'm doing. So I'm trying to look for the sales that Bruce Rich, the commission Bruce Rich made for the year 2021. And to do this, I'm going to be using the XLOOKUP. So I'll type in my XLOOKUP, press my tab for autocomplete, or you can write your XLOOKUP in full. Then for the lookup value, I'm trying to look up for Bruce Rich, right? So I'll click on the cell, this cell, then I'll press my comma. Then for the lookup array, I'll look up for the array where Bruce Rich can be found. Then I'll press my comma. Then for my return array, I'm trying to find the commission for the year 2020. So I'll use another lookup value to look up for the commission in year 2020. Then for my lookup value, which is year 2020, I'll click on this cell under year, because that is the year I'm looking up for, right? But this XLOOKUP has like covered it, so it is in cell I3, then comma lookup array. My lookup array, like I said, your lookup array will be where can the value be found, your lookup value be found. I said I'm looking for 2020. It can be found from 2019, to 2022. So that would be my lookup array. Then comma, my return array would be the amount of commission for the all sales persons and the year. And then I would use I'll close the brackets, then close the other brackets, then press enter. That will give me the commission that Bruce Rich made for the year 2021. So if I want, like I said, you can manually enter the change you need. If you want to check for 2022, you could just change the year from 2021 to 2022 manually by entering 2022 and press enter. And you see that it will change. Maybe you want a murderer, so you want to find another person. Okay, what did Nora Rollins make for that year? You could just write Nora Rollins, right? And press enter. So you can see that the commission she made for the year 2022 was $770. Any question? Any question, please? I just need a reply.
We are clear.
All right.
I'm clear.
Okay. Any clarification?
No.
Okay. So moving on to sum and filter. I remember there was one time someone
Mine
was
is showing error.
Okay, what error is that?
I'm trying to put it what you did. I'm trying to redo it, but it's showing error for me. I don't know where I got it wrong. Okay, let me
Can you
check.
share your screen? Can you share your screen?
All right.
So we can see the error you're placing.
Let me
Even you can stop sharing your screen.
You will see a arrow beside the smiley. That's how you can share your screen.
An arrow.
Let me show you.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the arrow. I've seen the arrow.
You share your screen now.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is my screen.
Or even you have to stop sharing. You have to stop sharing your own.
Okay. Can you see mine? Can you see mine?
Okay, share. Not yet. Share now. Let's not see. We can't see.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, let me see. Maybe I have to put it down first. I don't know. Okay. Share. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Because I'm trying to bring it out.
Not yet.
Can you see my screen?
Okay, yeah, it's coming up now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming up now. Okay, good.
Yes, this is what I
so
did.
go and open the Excel. Yeah, open the Excel.
I've opened the Excel. This is the Excel sheet.
Oh, you are not sharing your entire screen.
I'm not sharing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to share your entire screen. Your entire screen.
Okay, doing one side. Am I doing one side? I don't really know what's showing there. Okay, let me see. What's showing?
If you click on the entire screen.
Yes, I clicked on the entire screen. Okay, let me see again.
No, stop sharing. You have to stop sharing. Then go and pick it up again. Click on it. Click on that. Click on the share. Okay, click on the share button now. Click
Again.
on the share button.
All right. I clicked on the share button.
Click on the share button.
I've clicked on it.
Okay, now can you
Select a
look at
tab to share.
it's asking you
Okay,
choose one
it
to
said that
share.
select a
No,
tab
click
to
entire screen. Entire screen, entire screen, entire screen. There's a tab there, entire screen.
Okay, entire screen. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
have you
okay,
seen
okay. I
it?
saw it. I saw it. Okay.
Now,
Yes,
now
I've
click
seen
on
it.
screen one. Click on screen one now. You can now go ahead and share.
Have you seen it now? I've clicked on it. Entire screen.
Okay, let's
Share. Okay.
let's see.
I've seen share.
Okay.
Have you seen mine?
Yeah, it's coming up now. Yeah, good, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is what I did, and I don't know where I went wrong, because this it's now. This is what I got. I did XLOOKUP.
I'm just seeing blank green and screen.
Okay. Did anybody see mine?
I can see it.
Yes, I can see yours.
We can see it.
Okay.
I can't see.
Okay, Mr. Ramide, you can't see it.
No, I'm just seeing something blank.
Okay. I don't know where that is coming from.
Okay, I can. Why is it?
You can see it now.
green and-
Is it green?
I don't know why it's showing green from my hand. But if I try to
You did
like
not.
minimize,
You did not put your C3 to F3 before the C4 to F25.
Okay, here.
Yeah. No.
Okay, let
At
me
the back of
redo
that
it.
C- at
Let
the
me
back of the
do
C4.
it again. So you see
Don't
where
clean it. Don't
I
clean
made.
it. Don't clean it.
Okay, I just wanted to redo it so you see what I did. Maybe made an error. Should I?
All right. Go ahead.
All right, sir. Thank you. Okay. I want to look at Bruce. I said equal to S look. Bruce, comma, the name, comma, Abby.
Yeah.
Am I on it?
You're
Okay,
on
and
it,
I
yeah.
said S look again. Is it not?
Yeah, it's correct.
yes.
Okay, another S look, and I went to the year.
All right. Okay.
And I went to alight.
No. You do your 2019 to 2020 this thing first.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll move to this side.
No. See
2019,
three.
2019.
From 2019 to
C3.
2020.
That's what I'm clicking. Okay,
That is
I'll
not
click the year
What
No.
you're clicking now.
yeah.
on top.
Yes, the year.
Okay, year first. The year.
Yeah, that. Then to
Yes, that.
Okay.
okay, then you
Before I
can
will
now
go
select
down.
Exactly. Your comma.
Is it before I go down, or I will do only comma first?
Yes,
comma.
no. Do
Just
your
do-
comma first. Your comma first.
Okay. I see. Okay. I think that's where I got it from. Comma.
No, you not click from
Susan.
2019. Click from Kennedy.
Just click from C4.
Okay. C4. Is it down?
Yeah.
Or I should
From
just take
Kennedy.
that
From
row?
Kennedy.
Down.
I should take that row. Okay, down. Okay. All right.
No, leave 2019.
Okay, I should leave 2019.
Yes, start from 1000.
Excuse
No,
me.
she will include in
Please.
2019.
C3 to F3.
She's going to choose
I
from
think it's best if one person guides her. I think it's
exactly.
best.
C3 to F3 first, then you put comma, then you now do C4 to F25.
Yes.
Okay.
C3 to F3, comma C3 to F3.
Okay.
That's C4. That's C4.
C3 to
That is
F3.
C4.
Okay, okay. So F3.
C3.
Is it okay? Oh, oh. I'm just going to that place. Okay.
To F3.
To F3. Yes, I've done it.
Yeah, then
I'll
comma.
put comma.
You put comma.
Okay.
Then you
Okay.
now do C4 to F25.
Okay, separately. Okay. Like this.
That's it.
Huh?
So you close the.
I'll close it.
Yeah, you close it with a
I'll
bracket.
double finish.
That's it. Then you click your enter button.
Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. I've gotten it. Can I close it now? So Iremide can share the screen. Thank you very much.
Sure. So you can see patience. You can see what I'm trying to say now. When I was saying sometimes when you are learning this on your own, you can get really frustrated. You just I cannot come and keep myself, Jerry.
Abio,
That's why
honestly.
I still prefer
It's true.
group learning. When we learn together as a group, everybody will be fine and we'll make progress together. And you can see other learners are also on the call trying to support others. That's the way it works. And I saw somebody has dropped a nice YouTube also on the group chat also. This is the way we can all grow together. So thanks a lot, everyone. Maybe you can continue, please.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I could not see.
I'm so grateful.
I could not even see our screen, but it was so good that everybody could help. Thank you so much to everyone that was able to contribute. Thank you so much. So I'll share my screen now.
Sorry, please, I have a question, ma.
All right.
Okay. Like what you just explained now, we have to look out for commission. So if we are to look for the year, how are we going to be about that, ma?
For the year a particular sales was made.
Yes.
Okay, let's try that. So, let's say you want to find out which year these sales, this particular 700 and let me just copy and paste this. There's Nora. I'm commenting. Let me use another person. Let's check what's here. Aline made $1,425, right? So to do this, we would use I think we can use the XLOOKUP. Lookup value will be this, then comma lookup array would be this.
Please share your screen, please.
Our screen is visible. The screen is visible.
I can't find it.
You can log out and log in back. Sometimes it happens like that. Let's log out and log
It's one here. Comma, lookup array. Yes. Everyone to look at the I thought this is not going to be an XLOOKUP function. I'll have to try to remember what functions we use for this for now. But it's not going to be an XLOOKUP function. To be able to look up the particular year that the, a sales was made. I'll get back to you on this. Sorry, can you hear me?
Can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'll try to look up for this function and get it to you. But it's not going to be an XLOOKUP function. Okay, so quickly moving on quickly. I will still go back to your question, but I just want to quickly move on to some filter. Then I'll answer every questions that I have. Right. So I remember someone was trying to say that that if we have someone, how do we calculate commission for like a lot of commissions together, like add the sum for commission and all of that, and then that's where the sum filter comes in play, where if you have like a particular person for like different times and the sales for that particular person for different years, how do we check out the commission? Because the previous one we've just been having like specific person, unique people for each year, but now we have like only for different times for different commissions for each year. Like we have like highly made we had Ali at different no, the same Hali, right? But different time of the year where it made commission. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, we
Sorry,
understand.
I thought. Okay, so if you want to check, okay, how much did Hali really make in 2019? A way to do this is using filter. So we want to filter by array. So, sorry, I want to check something. Let's filter by array. Okay, array will be the old table. Sorry, sometimes these things just can be a lot. So greater than array, comma, include this. Please just give me a minute to confirm what I'm doing. Is equals to this. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, so we want to, yes, I've confirmed what I wanted to confirm. So we want to check for the commission that Harley made, the sum of the commission that Harley made for the year 2019. So from this table, we can see that Harley made 4 commissions in the year 2019. So we want to be able to sum all the commissions that Harley made for the year 2019, right? So for this, we're going to, the first description in the filter is called array. So for the array, we're going to be highlighting the O array values that we want to get, right? So after highlighting the O array values that we want to get for all the years, we'll press the comma, then include. For this include is going to be for you should include which value are we trying to get. So we're going to check through the salesperson's column, then is equals to Harley, then press enter. So that will give us the whole commission that Harley made for the different years. That's 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So after getting this whole table, we actually really want to get for 2019, right? So we're going to filter this particular results that we just got again to get only 2019. You know, the first thing we did was to filter the whole table to get for Harley. Now we want to filter the whole results we got now for 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. For Ali, we want to filter it to get only the 2020, to get only 2019. So to get 2019, we will use another filter. We will use the same filter function. So at the beginning of the first filter function, right, we would write another filter, right? And for our array, this will be our array. The new results we got will be our new array, right? Then to include what? To include every year that is equals to 2019. Then we'll press enter. It's supposed to close parentheses. I'm actually going to extend all of this again. Yeah. So this is going to give us for 2019. Now to get the sum of the commission Harley made in 2019, we're going to use the sum function, right? So at the beginning of the filter function, we write the sum function, right? And we'll sum this whole thing together, and it's going to give us the commission that Harley made for the year 2019. I'm going to go over it again. So for this, right, we have We want to find, we have Ali made 4 commissions per year for 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, right? Or should we use Steve Michael? Let's use someone else. Let's use Steve Michael. So let's change the name from Harley to Steve Michael. The salesperson from Harley to Steve Michael, just so that you can understand again better. So the salesperson here is Steve Michael. We want to check the sales Steve Michael made for the year 2019. Then we have this particular table, right? For us to be able to do this, we're going to be using a function called filter. What filter does is it helps us to filter out particular values that we need. Now, how does this work? You press is equals to filter. The first description filter will ask you to input is the array. What is the array you want to filter from, right? So we want to actually filter from this old table, right? But we do not need to filter. We want to filter this the commission amount. We want to filter out the one for Stephen Michael. So we would highlight the old commission, which is what we want to filter from. Then we press comma. Then the next description is include. Include what in the future? What do you want to filter out that you want to include? You want to include the one for Steve Michael. So for the include, we're going to highlight the salesperson colon. Then we'll write is equals to, after highlighting the salesperson colon, which is where we want to get our salesperson from, is equals to Steve Michael, right? Which is in this cell H8, right? Then we would close the parentheses and press enter. It is going to filter out Steve Michael's commission for 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. That's how to filter out the particular table for Steve Michael. Now, we actually do not want for 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. We want for 2019, right? So how do we do it again? Since we have a table here, right? We're going to filter by this table, by these results that we got. So at the beginning of the is equals to that we wrote before, right? Up here, we're going to write another filter function where we will have our filter, right? So you remember the first description filter we asked of you is the description, right? So for the description, we have this, in the description, we have the array. So this results that we got is the new array we are working with because we want to filter by the 2019. So for the array, we already have this filter, the first filter we made at our array. Then you write your comma after that. Then it will ask you for including what do you want to include in what you want to filter out. You want to include for the year 2019 alone. So you would highlight the year, right? We have 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Then you write is equals to what 2019, which is in this cell. Then you close your filter. Then you press enter. So we will see that it got all the commissions that Steve Michael made for the year 2019. Now we do not want all the commissions like this. We want it as a sum. What is the total sum of the commissions that Steve Michael made for the year 2019? So for that, we're going to come back to this formula and write sum. What is the sum of this whole commission? Then we close the parentheses at the back, at the end, press enter. So it's going to give us the whole sum that Steve Michael made for the year 2019. Any question?
Yes, so repeat, please.
I'm sorry, ma. I'm sorry. Please, ma. We need to just start. Like, we need to take it again.
Okay. So I used the first example I used was Harley. Now I use Steve. I'm going to use Steve again so that there will be no beginning. So for this, right, we want to get in this table. Let's look at the table first, right? We have different salespersons and the different amounts they made for each year. But remember the first one we did, right, where we used XLOOKUP, like to look up the value the person made in a particular year. But here we have the person's value more than once, like this person is appearing more than once for each year. So to be able to get the total amount of commission that Steve Michael made for a particular year, let's say 2019, right? Or let's say 2020, the change is 2020. We want to check the commission that Stephen Michael made in the year 2020. What we have to do is to filter out particular table from this old table. To filter out the particular table, meaning that we will have 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. That's the first step. For Stephen Michael, filter out that table 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 for Stephen Michael. Then after filtering out that, you now filter out 2020 from the old 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 table. Then after filtering out 2020, you will now sum 2020 together. That's the step-by-step way of doing that. So to get the sales commission of Steve Michael for 2020, it will be is equals to filter. The first description of filter is the array. Now the array are the whole commission for everybody, because that's where you want to filter out the one for Stephen Michael from. So you press shift control to highlight the whole table and the whole commission, right? Then you press comma. Then it asks you, what do you want to include? You want to include the one for Stephen Michaels, right? That's our focus. Stephen Michaels is our focus. So you go to the salesperson colon, then highlight for Stephen Michaels, then you press comma, and then you including what is equals to Steve Michaels, which is here in this particular cell. Then you press enter. So when you press enter, it's going to give you the whole table for Steve Michael for each year of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So you'll be able to filter out Steve Michael's commission for each year. But we don't need Steve Michael's commission for each year. We need for a particular year, which is 2020. So to do this, you come back to this formula bar. Then you after the is equals to, you write another filter. Right now, this is our new array. This is our new table that you want to filter 2024. So our array will be this filter table that we've done, that we've gotten. That will be our new array, right? So you now press comma. What do you want to include? What do you want to include in this your new filter? In this your new filter, I want to include the year 2020. That's what we need. So you come to this row and you align for the year 2020. So it's going to be this. Then it will be equals to what? Year 2020, which is in this cell. Then you close it. Then you press enter. So now we already filtered out for year 2020. Now we do not want the individual commission that you made in year 2020. You want the sum, the total sum commission that he made in 2020. So we just use the sum function to be able to get this. So you go to your formula bar, then you type, after the is equals to, you type in sum, right? And then you close the parentheses at the back because you open the sum parenthesis. So you click on it. So it's going to give us the sum commission that Stephen Michael made in the year 2020. Any question?
Yes, please. It's getting clearer, but if you don't mind taking it once more, but a bit slower, please.
All right. So here we have the table that contains different salesperson and the commission they made by year, by 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 for each salesperson. But each salesperson made more than one commission per year. So for Harley, we had 4 commission. For Jonah, again, we had 3 commission. But we're working with Steve Michael. So we want to check what is the commission Steve Michael made in the year 2020. The first thing we are going to do is to filter out Stevie Michael's commission from this table. So the first filter will be to filter out for all the years from the big table, right? From the old table, we want to filter out Stevie Michael from the old table. So to do this, we're going to press is equals to filter. Then the array, the first description is actually is the array. So for the array, you would highlight the old table commission because that's what you want to get. You want to get the commission for Steve Michaels, right? So you highlight the old table commission, the commission value, then you press comma. Then what do you want to include? You want to include for only Steve Michael. So you come to this particular column which contains the salesperson column to filter out for Steve Michael. So you highlight the salesperson column. Then is equals to what? What do you want to filter out for Steve Michael? So you click on this particular cell that contains Stephen Michaels, right? So you close the parentheses and press enter. Then you have a table that's been filtered out for Stephen Michaels for each year, for the year 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. But we want for only 2020. So what do we do again? We need to filter out 2020 from this new table that we've filtered from, right? So to get 2020 from this new table, we go to the formula bar and after the is equals to, you write another filter function. So this new table is our new array, right? Because the first filter we ask, this first description is going to be the array. So this is our new array, right? This whole function gave us this table, which is our new array. So you enter comma, you press your comma. Then what do we want to include? We just need the year 2020. So to get the year 2020, we highlight the year row. Then we write is equals to what? We need the year 2020. The reason why we are clicking on these cells is so that if we want to change it at any time, we'll still be able to get the result at the commission. So we click on 2020 from here, right? And then we close the parentheses and click enter. So this is going to give us the commission of Stephen Michael by 2020, right? So after this, we would now want to find the sum total that Stephen Michael made for the year 2020. So for this, we are going to use the function sum, right, to check to calculate the sum of the whole commission Stephen Michael made for the year 2020. Then don't forget to close your parentheses and click on enter. So that is going to give us the total commission that Stephen Michael made for the year 2020.
Sorry, 2020 should be in column D. But from your formula, I can't see any column D.
No, my 2020 is not in column D. I like, okay, let me explain it like this. In the second filter, right, which is here, which is where I used, this is where I used my, this is the array, this is my array for my first filter, right? My first filter gave me the array for the second filter, right? Do you understand that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so for my include, which year do I want to include? I highlighted all the years, which is from 2019 to 2022. Which particular year do I need? It's 2020, right? Oh God, what am I doing? It's 2020 I need, right?
Yeah.
So I highlighted all the years, which gave me from C3 to F3. And in 2020, I need, my 2020 was found in this particular cell under year. So that in case I want to change it to 2022, it will be responsive. See, it changed from 5,000 something to 6,000 something.
Okay.
So this is the cell I picked my year from. So that in case I want to change it to 2019 again, from 6,000 something, it will change. It is very responsive that way.
Please excuse me.
Yes.
It's been,
Excuse me.
it's been almost 3 hours now.
Yes.
In fact, we are not even practicing all the necessary breaks, take your walk, take us eyes off the screen. All this is a good one. We have not been practicing it. I can imagine. So I think this is already 12:30. Looking like a convenient place to take a break to tomorrow. What do you think?
Yes.
Better,
Yes.
sir. Better start from here tomorrow, sir.
So it is fine.
From the storm filter bar.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
We'll start from here tomorrow.
So that's
Please, just a quick question, please.
okay.
My own it's telling me that my own filter is not a valid function. I don't know if